Today is episode 5. Welcome to the show. My name is Matthew J. Peters. I am the founder and the CEO of Ascend Media, ASYND, for Authority Syndication. If you're an expert, if you're an authority and you help people get results consistently, go ahead and reach out to us. What we do is we take your message and your mission and we bring it out to the world. We do so by creating media with you that is going to highlight you, showcase you, and help people understand your ultimate value to them so you become super relevant in the moment. And we also help you with your media being legacy media. You know, we don't do fancy bells and whistles. We really just focus on having elegant, clean, and impeccable media for you that is on point and helps people understand your value to them in their lives right now. If that's the case, go ahead and reach out to me, Matthew@ascendmedia.com. That's Matthew with 2 T's at ascendmedia.com. Today, I want to talk to you about something that's very important. It's actually vital to everything you're going to be doing in your media. I really don't care what it is that you're offering. If you don't get this right, people are not going to connect with you. If you don't get this right, they're not going to understand. And you're basically going to be spinning your wheels. I don't care if you put $10,000 or $20,000 into sales copy because you get somebody who's going to show you as being the coolest guru out there. This is not going to help you unless you get this one thing clear. And one of the things that most coaches out there do is they help you get clarity, right? That's the big thing, is they help you get clarity. I want to focus on 3 things before you yawn, before you turn this off. I want you to take the few minutes of your life and really just understand this once and for all and apply it to your business and to your life and to your communications. If you don't have your communications clear, if you don't know where you're going, if you don't know what you're about, if you don't know what you do every day, the value you bring out into the world at a moment's notice, you are going to be lost. And when you're lost, people see you wandering. And when you're wandering, people have an instinctive quality to them. They have an instinct that tells them, do not follow this person. They have no idea where they're going. They are wandering. Do not follow the wanderer. What they're looking for is someone who is confident in their own competence in helping you get the result that you want, right? If you lack the confidence and in your own competence in helping people get a result, they are not going to stick with you. They're not going to follow you. They're not going to share you, and they definitely aren't going to buy from you. So this is all about knowing where you're going, your vision. Without vision, people perish. That is so true. Without vision, businesses perish. Without vision, organizations crumble because there was no visionary behind it. A visionary will tell us that we're going to go to the moon, we're going to populate Mars, we're going to end fossil fuels. These are visionaries, right? And the visionaries don't necessarily have to have all the details. What they have to have is, here is the direction we're going. I'm going. Who's coming with me? They are so certain on they are going to get there eventually with or without you that people say, don't leave me behind. I want to come with you. This person knows where they're going. So few people out there know where they're going. I'm going to follow this person. I'm going to follow them. I'm going to like them. I'm going to share them. I'm going to invest with them as soon as I possibly can, right? So your vision is where you're going and what you're building. How do you cast that vision? How do you get people to follow you, to come along with you on that ride? Is you have to be so sold out and so sold in to your vision that you know it because you touched it, you tasted it, you smelled it, you've lived it. You are in that moment. And when you're communicating, you're not communicating from right now. You're not communicating from your present reality. You're communicating from your future reality. And when you create from that future reality, you're bringing that and the details from it because you live there. You're bringing it to the present. And people are in awe of you being able to bring that future into the present. If you think about anybody who's an innovator today, Elon Musk is a big one because he's very good at his marketing. Matter of fact, he doesn't pay anything for advertising, yet he's one of the biggest companies in the world, one of the most wealthiest individuals in the world because of his ability to envision and communicate that vision. Even with his stuttering, even with him not being, he's a little socially awkward, it doesn't matter. He kept moving forward. If you look at in the biblical times, Moses was a stutterer. He said, don't choose me, God. You don't choose Aaron, my brother. And so Aaron was his assistant, but Moses, this guy that was stuttering and had committed some major sins, God used him, if you believe in that. and used him to continue this culture to bring the Israelites into the promised land, or to the promised land. And so for yourself, what kind of vision are you casting your business? Or are you stuck in the weeds today? I got to make another sale. What are my numbers for this month? What are my numbers going to be for this quarter? I've got a lousy client that is causing me a bunch of grief. A lot of, I'm staying up at night because of my numbers, right? A lot of us, we can't get past our numbers, and that's where we're stuck. You have to have a vision. So your vision is where you are going, and you need to be able to communicate from there. That is one of the things I help people with, is communicate from that future position that you're going to be in. The second thing is your purpose. Why am I here? Right? That's one of the biggest questions, is why am I here? Well, why is your business here? Why are you in business? Why are you serving the way you serve? If you can communicate that clearly, then people can come along that ride with you, right? Simon Sinek says so well, people don't buy what you sell, they buy why you do it. So why do you do what you do? One of the exercises I had a class do just last month, actually, every year I do this, is an incredible exercise I have them do. Everybody that is listening right now, you listening right now, there's a reason why you do what you do. There's a reason why you put yourself out there and you say, I can help you with X, Y, and Z. You help someone get from A to C, and you're the B, right? You're the way to get there. Well, there's something that happened in your life, or maybe something that happened in the lives of people you love that got you interested in this in the first place. I'll tell you really quickly, for me right now, one of the reasons I got into media and one of the reasons I got into marketing are two different things. Number one, why I got into media. When I was a kid, I remember my mom got really sick, and she used to read us bedtime stories. And I remember she was in the hospital for a while, so we stayed with my grandmother. But one of the things my mom did was she read books and recorded them on a tape. And she'd read the pages, and then she would hit a bell, ding, for us to turn the page. And we would go through that book with my mom, and night after night, we listened to the same books over and over. She read 5 or 10 or those. I still have that tape today. That was from the 1980s. And from there, I was like, I wonder what else I can record. I wonder what else I can preserve. I wonder what else I can record so it'll bring emotions to people later. I'm bringing a piece of this person with me where I go by recording it. And if you think about what my mother did, she also made it interactive media back in the 1980s. All right, that's one of the reasons why I got interested in media. The second thing is why I got interested in marketing. Well, in 2007, I released a rock album under the name Peter Matthews. So you can look it up, Peter Matthews, Matthews with one T. The album is called Far From Hagersville. Haggersville. And it was a concept album, and I put about a year into it, about $25,000, had a choir, had all these different musicians in there. I wrote all the music. I had a story, had a short film. I had cross-country treasure hunt, GPS, all kinds of stuff. I loved putting this thing together. I finally put the album together. The album had clues all over it. It still does. It has clues in it. It has clues in the audio. The whole album from the beginning to the end are sound scenes, and it tells a story. And you open the liner notes, it tells a story. You watch the video that's on the CD. The videos in there tell another part of the story of this boy's journey. And guess what? I put it out there, and I sold about $200 worth of CDs. And I thought, this is going to catch on. Everybody's going to love this. But you know what? No one cared. They didn't care because I didn't know how to communicate it out there. They didn't care because they never heard of it. And so I got disillusioned. I was like, I really was frustrated. Years later, I actually made a video, and I threw away all my CDs that weren't bought. I threw away all the posters and the stickers and stuff that I made because I didn't think I could crack the code of marketing. But then I decided, you know what, I'm going to figure this out. And so I started doing affiliate marketing online. I started learning from some of the best in the industry. How can I make landing pages? How can I communicate with the copy that's on the page? How can I make videos better so it connects with the individual and they understand the value of what it is I'm bringing. They understand what I'm trying to get across to them. And soon people started hiring me for thousands and thousands of dollars to help them with their messages. And you see, it all started with me being frustrated and depressed because no one cared about the thing I was really passionate about. And so now you know a little bit more of my story of why I do what I do. I record audio, I record video to preserve somebody's legacy, their life, their story, their mission. And I was able to capture it. Now it's there. Someone can't take that away, right? Otherwise, you can talk all you want, you can share, you can answer questions, and if it's not recorded, it's gone forever. It may live in the hearts of the people that are alive right now, but that's about as far as it goes. So that's why I record, and that is why I help people with their marketing and their messaging. So your big why. Why do you do it? Why do you do what you do? Can you write that down? The exercise I had people do in the class, even just 4 weeks ago, was I want you to get on camera and I want you to tell people why you do what you do. Tell them the story behind it. Those things that you're like, yeah, but if I tell people that I help them lose weight. I don't want to tell them that I was once almost 300 pounds. Yes, tell them that you're almost 300 pounds. Tell them the truth. Help them to understand you know what it was like. They will empathize with you because they understand that you came from where they're at right now. You've crossed into the promised land and you're speaking from the other side saying, hey, I can get you here. I've been here myself. Let me show you the way. Let me show you the path through the desert. And when you do that, people are willing to believe in you more because they see you went first. Not only that, is when you open up and you share transparently, when they are now your client, you get to ask them that as well. You get to ask them that because you've earned the right. So on one end of the spectrum, you have where you're going, and you know so clearly in your head that you've gone there, you've touched it, you tasted it, you smelled it, you know what it's like. You've been there in the future, right? Maybe that's because you've gone there and someone else is doing something similar and you've figured out what it is that makes that thing tick and you know how you're going to make it better or you're going to put your spin on it or whatever it is. And then where you're coming from, right? Why am I here? What am I doing this for? So you have where you are today and you have your future. In order to get from point A, your purpose, to point C, your vision, you need that B, and that is your mission. Every day living your mission in purpose. How you know if you're on your way to your vision? What am I doing my mission today that's going to get me to that vision? So if you are doing things that are distractions all the time, if you are going here and there because there's another shiny object, guess what? Your vision you're just like pushing it further and further out into the future. You're never going to reach it. But when you know what it takes, you know what you need to do in your service every day, every week, and every month to get closer and closer to that vision. It actually comes towards you. You take a step towards it, it takes a step towards you, and you half the time, right? If you are meandering here and there and you're not clearing your communications and people are staying away from you because you never took the time to get super clear so they can understand the value you bring to them and they see where you're going with this thing, they see that you're serious, they see that your purpose is this is what I'm all about. This is not something I just started yesterday. I've actually been recording on audio since I was 5. And since this is something for almost 30 years now, I've been in video production. This is my life. This is not something I saw some marketer do and I'm copying them, right? This is what I'm about. And I truly care for the people that I serve to make sure that their legacy is preserved, their reputation is preserved, right? I want to elevate and expand their reputation and the work they do. I know that when I help people,